Hi Guy.
How you getting on?
About right. You've been to Morris Lubricants in Shrewsbury.
I have.
You've seen how we make the oil, okay?
Yes.
Well, today we're going to talk about oil is used. But for a lot of people it may be a surprise because we're standing in front of a full EV.
Yes, we are.
And people might say, well,
There's no oil in that, mate.
oh, but they'd be wrong. Yeah, you'd still
No
need...
petrol, no diesel.
Absolutely.
No oil in it.
Yeah, so we've talked about hybrid vehicles in a previous
did.
episode, okay? So obviously we've got an internal combustion engine sat in there.
That has a hard life.
Has a hard life.
Yeah. Harder than normal life, you would
Harder
say,
than normal
wouldn't it?
life,
An hybrid
absolutely,
engine is yeah.
It's a strange kind of hybrid workload, if you like, for an engine like that. But there are similarities to draw between a full EV and a hybrid EV. So obviously that's got a petrol engine in it, 1.6 petrol. So you've got antifreeze coolant in there. But you need thermal management fluid for the battery packs on full EVs as well.
Yes, yes.
So that battery pack has to maintain a certain optimum temperature.
40 odd degrees, I think. Is it something like that?
It's something like that. It kind of
something?
varies depending on the manufacturer, but obviously too cold, it's no good.
Mm-hmm.
Too hot, it's no good. So you still need thermal management fluids, which, if you like, is the EV version of antifreeze coolant,
Yeah,
if you wish.
yeah.
So there's two types of EV thermal management fluid. There's there's called direct cooling and indirect cooling. So indirect cooling is where basically you have an ethylene glycol-based solution.
Yeah.
Going around the battery pack, but it's not in intimate contact with the cells. Okay, so that's kind of the old-fashioned battery pack.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so that has a limited effect on controlling heat, whereas the new thermal management fluids are designed for direct contact with the cells.
How's that work?
So they actually flow around it.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually flow around the actual battery cells themselves. So they're at intimate contact with them, and that's much better for heat dissipation. So the new direct cooling thermal management fluids actually control heat a lot better than the old versions, if you like.
Okay, right, okay, because the
they're hugging
coolant passages are nearer the
Absolutely,
battery cells.
yeah, exactly
okay,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those thermal management fluids, basically, the more effective they are at controlling the temperature of the actual battery cell itself, okay, means actually you can put smaller batteries on but have the same amount of output.
Okay.
Which
right,
reduces battery size.
Yeah, yeah. Or you can get a bigger battery.
Vehicle weight, or exactly.
Get
So
a bigger
it does,
battery
yeah.
in.
But of course, this is all, these are petroleum-derived products basically. So whether they're indirect or direct cooling, it's an oil industry product.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know,
You wouldn't think, would you?
You wouldn't think. And of course, then you've got the transmission. Now, this particular one is direct drive, but there are EVs out there which will have EDCTs, dual clutch transmissions, ECVTs, continuously variable transmissions, and ATs as well, which are automatic transmissions, which all need lubricating, like any transmission system.
Yeah.
But if you look at the way the transmission fluids are now developing for EVs, the older style, you'd have the motor and then the transmission, which would be separate units. So the oil would go into the transmission system and be well away from the motor. But a lot of the new ones now, to help with motor cooling, the e-transmission fluid is basically surrounding the motor and the transmission.
Okay.
So it's a shared compartment. So there's a lot more additional properties required for these e-transmission fluids, because obviously they have to be compatible with electrical windings. There's a lot of copper in the motor.
Yeah.
So you can't go attacking it. And your traditional transmission fluids have got a lot of extreme pressure additives in there based on sulfur and phosphorus, which attack copper.
Is that right?
That can be a big problem. So now you're balancing the chemistry between looking after the transmission system and the motor, which is submerged in the same oil, basically. So that's the need, that's a requirement.
So have you started making any products for EV manufacturers then?
We have formulations and products with the dust covers on, ready to go.
Right, okay.
But at the moment, this market's quite interesting because it's evolving to a point where set oil drain intervals or maintenance changes haven't kind of fitted a pattern yet. People are still seeing how it's going, basically. Nobody can come to us and say, change the thermal management fluid after X number of miles or hours. Nobody can come to us and say, change the transmission fluid after X number of hours or miles. So it's quite a specialised requirement in terms of servicing these vehicles. But again, you need, like any other vehicle we've ever spoken about, you still need to have the correct fluids going in there. So it's only going to form part of the solution going forward, I think.
Yeah.
And we're seeing lots of experimentation in this field. You know, I think we've mentioned hydrogen before. We talked about hydrogen.
Yeah.
There's fuel cell. There's hydrogen internal combustion engine. So people are looking at options, and I think, EV as a company will evolve as that market evolves.
As you are doing.
Yeah.
You've got to do evolve or die.
Absolutely. You know, after 150 plus years now, you know, we're looking at where these are going. We can get into the EV market if the demand grows and it's big enough, you know, so we can commercialise the products. But we're also keeping a very close eye on all the alternative technologies coming through as well. And so basically, we're going everything from steam engines all the way up to EVs. You know, so
you've got it all covered.
There's a lot of technology packed between those 2 points in time. So we'll keep on doing our bit and keeping our customers happy. Basically.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Thanks, Guy. So if you'd like to see any more content like this or videos with Guy, then visit the Morris Lubricants website or our YouTube channel.